The house had always been quiet, but lately, a strange chill lingered in the air. Every evening, the family noticed small things moving on their own cups, shifting shadows crossing the walls. The eldest daughter, Aisha, decided to investigate the old storeroom in the corner of the house. Nobody had entered it in years. The door was always locked, yet every night it seemed slightly ajar. That night, as Aisha stepped inside, the air turned icy. A foul, suffocating smell filled her nostrils. Suddenly, she heard a low whisper, her name, Ai. The shadows on the walls twisted unnaturally, forming a horrifying figure with long, tangled hair and glowing eyes. The Churail had awakened. Her long, clawed fingers scraped across the walls as she circled the room, laughing in a voice that sounded like hundreds of screams. At once, Aisha tried to scream, but her voice froze. She barely escaped, running to her parents, her face pale. But the Churail wasn't finished. That night, every door in the house rattled, and the family felt cold hands brushing their faces as if invisible. She was coming, and the house was no longer theirs. Days passed, and the family could no longer sleep. Every time they entered the hallway near the storeroom, shadows seemed to flicker, forming grotesque shapes. Objects flew without explanation, and a faint giggle echoed through the walls. The Churail had claimed her territory. The father, terrified but determined, decided to investigate the old storage room during the day. He stepped in cautiously. The room seemed empty, yet the air was thick and heavy. Suddenly, a shadow lunged at him from the corner, and he barely escaped, feeling scratches on his arms. The family realized that this was no ordinary ghost. The Churail fed on fear. At night, the lights flickered, and whispers called each member by name. Mirrors reflected not their own faces, but the Churail's pale, twisted face grinning at them. The youngest child screamed one night, claiming she saw her reflection smiling back when she wasn't smiling. Panic spread. The house had become a prison. Each member felt invisible fingers tugging at their hair, pulling them closer to the cursed storeroom. The Churail's hunger for terror grew. The family decided they could no longer stay. They called a local exorcist, hoping to rid their home of the evil presence. When he arrived, the Churail's laughter echoed, shaking the walls. Candles were lit, holy chants began, and the temperature dropped drastically. Shadows twisted violently, and the Churail appeared, her hair floating, claws extended, and eyes burning like coals. The exorcist yelled chansa, waving a blessed talisman, but the Churail shrieked, shaking the house. Furniture toppled, doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. Slowly, the light from the talisman pushed her back into the storeroom, her shrieks fading as the exorcist sealed the room with a sacred lock. The family ran outside, trembling, never to enter that room again. Though the storeroom was locked, sometimes at night, faint scratching could be heard, and a whisper would call their names. The Churail may have retreated, but her presence lingered, reminding them that evil never truly leaves. The house would always remember her, and so would they. If you want to watch more story like this, subscribe Dark Trail Narratives.